Inside this parcel is digital ultrasonic cleaner. There is not much digital about it, however it's your common ultrasonic cleaner that you may find at a jewelry workshop. It is mostly used to clean personal items such as watches, jewelry, glasses, hygiene products like toothbrushes and razors, shavers and trimmers heads that are capable of wet shaving, and also electrical components and mechanical parts, among other things. The device is very well packaged, comes with a printed instruction manual, and also a basket and a holder, more about that later. The materials used are mostly plastic, including the top shiny frame, however the main component, the bath itself, is made of stainless metal. The digital part is the touch controls and the digital timer, which is used to automatically switch off the device, and since this device requires water, it is very nice that the controls are touch, which makes them less susceptible to water damage. In general, this ultrasonic bath looks somewhat similar to a multifunction printer with an inbuilt scanner and copper, however it's much smaller. It is powered directly from the mains, and the power lead is detachable, and you can easily swap it, but the voltage and the frequency is not selectable. So make sure you order a correctly rated device suitable for the power grid at your place, and make sure you select the correct power plug. Also keep in mind that the device output power depends on the wall socket voltage. For 100 volts, you only get 30 watts of power. For 120, you will get 35 watts of power, and for 240, you will get 50 watts of power. That's what I am using here. It's a 50 watt powered device. But before I proceed with the review, I think it's worth to give a brief explanation how ultrasonic cleaning works. It uses water and sends ultrasonic pulses to it, in this case 42 kHz. Since water is a relatively thick substance, when something moves in water very rapidly, for example the blades of a high-speed boat engine, it creates zones that rapidly alternate between high pressure and lower pressure, creating air bubbles. These air bubbles are very short-lived, and as they collapse, this is similar to a small explosion. It sends shock waves. This phenomenon is called cavitation, and it is actually one of the primary causes of wear and tear in high-speed boats, drivetrain, and rotor blades. The ultrasonic cleaner baths utilize a similar effect. The bottom of the bath vibrates at ultrasonic frequencies. As I said, this particular one vibrates at 42,000 Hz, causing cavitation in the water that you have poured into it. Those shock waves blast away all the dirt and debris from whatever you place in the bath. The best part is you don't have to scrub. You don't need any chemicals, just water, and since water equally presses on all sides of a submerged object, you can clean things of most complex forms, and each and every detail will receive its own portion of ultrasonic scrubbing. It also mostly doesn't scratch the surface, as no abrasives are used as long as the water is clean and does not have too much limescale in it. A similar but a bit different principle is used in professional dental ultrasonic cleaners that are used to remove tooth stones. Sonic toothbrushes, though, are just very fast scrubbers. It's also worth noticing that a completely different principle is used for medical ultrasound exams, so no, the baby inside pregnant women is not getting bombarded by cavitation shockwaves, even though the fetus does flow in liquid and ultrasound waves go through it. Ultrasound examinations are effective and safe. Anyway, back to the cleaning part. Basically, it creates microscopic bubbles of air by vibrating very fast, and these bubbles burst on dirt, split it into tiny pieces, and the dirt goes loose. A common mistake is to place the object on the bath floor. First of all, there will be little cleaning done, and that's why many new owners, and such consumer-grade baths have been available for at least 15 years or more, discard them as not working. What's worse, placing anything on the bottom will scratch the object, scratch the bath, and may even damage the items. Loose gemstones, for example, may detach from the piece. The correct way is to suspend the object in the middle of the bath. The easiest way to do so is to use some wires that you bend in a sort of harness. And here is where the included basket and the stand come in handy. However, the basket will absorb ultrasonic energy, stealing it from the object you want to clean, and thus reducing the effectiveness by at least a third. The arched shape is for cleaning watches, so that only the bracelet is submerged while the mechanism is above water, since in an ultrasonic bath, water may go inside and damage even waterproof watches. Another pro tip is to add just a drop of any dishwashing soap or liquid hand wash into the water. The brand and the quality of the dish soap doesn't matter, since it will not be used to clean anything, but rather to emulsify the dirt that comes off so it will not end up back on the object you try to clean. There are also special cleaning solutions to be used in ultrasonic baths. If you are going to use that, after you are done, pour out the solution, pour in clean water without solution, and run the bath with clean water for about 10 minutes to cleanse it off. So for testing, I have some earrings. These are gold and these are silver. Looks galvanized silver, but I'm not sure. The earrings are courtesy of my wife, and I also have some cufflinks. I'm a sucker for cuffs. These were in wet and salty climate for a week while we were on beach vacation, and see how tarnished they become. Cleaning silver with chemicals is a pain, so let's see how it does. So I put the jewelry in the included basket, pour in some clean water, added dish soap, turned on the bath and set the timer. The timer is in seconds and the maximum you can have is 10 minutes, which is 600 seconds. When the bath is operational, it emits a very distinct sound not annoying, but it is present, and it also has an inbuilt fan to cool the internals. Also, water becomes a little bit hot because of cavitation. That is the same principle how ultrasonic air humidifiers turn water into water vapor without actually heating it. They use the same cavitation principle. Anyway, after the first run, the locks on the earrings become loose, so something is definitely happening. However, they didn't seem too clean, so I ran the bath for 10 minutes 2 times more, which gives a total runtime of half an hour. As the basket absorbs a third of the energy, I also decided to use the included arch to suspend the items in water to give them more cleaning power. When I removed the items, they definitely seem cleaner, but mostly because bodily things like sweat and grease came off. However, the tarnishing on the metal, which is a chemical thing, so basically oxidation or whatever, is still present. To clean that off, you will need to add special chemical to the water, which I don't have. I also tried to clean some personal items, for example, Oral-B and Philips electrical toothbrush heads, and some Invisalign braces, and the ultrasound bath worked perfectly on those, and this is a life-changing thing since you need to clean braces at least once a day, and this ultrasonic cleaner makes that process a breeze. I also tried to clean some parts from my atomizer, which get really dirty after about a week of use, and I was impressed how clean they came out after a 10-minute cleaning cycle. They are stainless steel, and I used to spend a lot of time by cleaning all the bits and pieces with cotton buds, but the ultrasound bath makes this process automatic. You just dump them in the water, add some dish soap, turn the cleaner on, and after 10 minutes, they're shiny as new. Speaking of new, when you receive a new device that you are going to put in your mouth, it is a nice idea to disassemble it and clean it in this ultrasound bath to remove all the oils and debris and gunk that may have been left during the manufacturing process. So you can basically use this thing to clean anything that does not fear exposure to water, from jewelry to small mechanical components. Most people will use it for jewelry, but you may also clean spectacles, dentures, and similar personal items. They don't have to be metal as well. In a nutshell, this cleaner removes everything biological, like grease and gunk, very well, but it obviously cannot deal with chemically tarnished metal, like oxidation on silver. But in general, I am very happy with this device, and if you want to get one of your own, you will find the purchase link in the description.
I am the god of YouTube. Like, subscribe, thanks, jingle bells.